Hey everyone, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Emma. Welcome to the thrilling conclusion of our series.
Leo and Elena have finally found the Golden Pyramid, but a helicopter is already there. Who are these people, and what is the secret of the map?
Today, we are tackling the third conditional. This is for advanced intermediate learners who want to talk about the past. Plus, we'll use phrasal verbs to wrap up our story.
The stakes are higher than ever. Let's finish this. Leo and Elena watched from the trees. A group of men in gray uniforms were unloading crates near the base of the pyramid. "That's Vanguard Corp," Elena hissed. "They're illegal treasure hunters. If they find the heart of the pyramid, they will destroy everything." Leo looked at his map one last time. "The map says there is a service entrance. If my grandfather had reached the pyramid, he would have used the side door, not the main stairs." "Then we need to move fast," Elena said. They sneaked past the guards and found a small, overgrown door hidden by vines. Leo used the sun-shaped key from the last episode. The door creaked open. Inside, the walls weren't stone, they were solid gold, reflecting their flashlights. "We made it," Leo whispered. But then he stopped. On the floor was an old, rusted canteen. He picked it up. His grandfather's initials were scratched into the metal. E.W., Edward Wallace. "He was here," Leo said, his voice trembling. "If he hadn't run out of water, he could have finished his mission. He didn't turn back because he was afraid. He turned back because he wanted to live to tell me the story."
Andrew, that was so emotional. And Leo just used the most complex structure in English, the third conditional. 1. Pattern recognition. Leo said, if he hadn't run out of water, he could have finished his mission. 2. Simple explanation. We use the third conditional to talk about the past and things that did not happen. It's the regret or imagination tense. Structure. If plus past perfect, would have or could have plus past participle. Multiple examples. In the story, if Leo had stayed in London, he would never have met Elena. But he didn't stay in London. Daily life. If I had woken up earlier, I wouldn't have missed the bus. Success. If you had studied, you would have passed the test. Common mistakes. Don't use would in the if part. Wrong. If I would have seen him. Right. If I had seen him. Quick challenge. Think about yesterday. If you had had more free time, what would you have done? I would have read my book.
"I would have gone to the gym." But Leo doesn't have time for the gym. The guards are coming. Leo and Elena reached the central chamber. In the middle was a glass case, but it didn't hold gold. It held a single preserved flower, a bright blue orchid. "It's the Luna orchid," Elena gasped. "It was thought to be extinct. This is the source of the world's rarest medicine." Suddenly, the room flooded with light. The guards had found them. A man in a suit stepped forward. "Thank you for opening the door, Mr. Wallace. Now step aside." "This belongs to the world, not a corporation," Leo shouted. "Actually," the man smiled, "it belongs to me, and we are going to take over this valley." Elena looked at Leo. She saw he was holding a small lever near the orchid's case. "If you take one more step," Leo warned, "I will set off the self-destruct mechanism. My grandfather told me about it. If the orchid is stolen, the temple is designed to collapse." The man laughed. "You're bluffing." "Try me," Leo said. The man hesitated. In that moment of doubt, Elena threw a smoke grenade she had picked up from the guard's supplies.
Let's look at our final set of phrasal verbs as the story winds down. 1. The phrasal verbs. Step aside, to move out of the way. Take over, to take control of something, like a company or a valley. Set off. Review, to trigger an alarm or explosion. Wrap up, to finish or complete something. 2. Cultural note. In English-speaking business, we often use take over when one company buys another. In adventure stories, it's usually a villain trying to take over the world. 3. Examples. Can you step aside so I can see the screen? We need to wrap up this meeting by 5 p.m.
Let's wrap up this adventure. Did they get the flower? In the confusion of the smoke, Leo and Elena didn't run away. They ran up. They climbed to the very top of the pyramid and signaled the local authorities with a flare gun Elena had carried. The Vanguard Corps mercenaries, fearing the self-destruct, which Leo had totally made up, panicked and fled to their helicopter. By the time the sun rose, the Brazilian environmental police had arrived to secure the valley. The Temple of the Sun was safe. Leo sat on the steps of the pyramid, holding his grandfather's canteen. Elena sat next to him. "You know," Elena said, "if you hadn't lied about that self-destruct lever, we would probably be in a jail cell right now." Leo laughed. "If I hadn't been a librarian, I wouldn't have known how to tell such a good lie." "So, what's next?" Elena asked. "Back to the library?" Leo looked out over the Golden Valley. "I think I've had enough of books for a while. I think I'll stay on in Brazil for a bit, if you're still looking for a partner, that is." Elena smiled and handed him his compass. "I think we can work something out." Leo looked at the map one last time, then folded it and put it away. The journey was over, but the adventure was just beginning.
What a perfect ending! The orchid is safe and Leo found his courage.
And we finished our series. Today was all about the third conditional. Remember, it's for things that didn't happen in the past.
We also used wrap up, take over, and step aside. Today's takeaways. Use if I had, I would have to talk about past regrets or changes. Use wrap up when you are finishing a project or a story.
We hope you enjoyed The Forgotten Map. It was a blast to tell this story with you all.
Tell us in the comments, if you had been Leo, would you have lied about the self-destruct lever?
Don't forget to subscribe for our next series. We'll have a new genre and new grammar points coming soon.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Andrew, and this is All in English Channel. See you next time.